All right, folks, let's talk about one of the biggest political lies ever sold to the American people. For decades, we've been told there's this neat little line: communism on the far left, fascism on the far right, and democracy in the middle. Sounds simple, right? But here's the problem: that entire framework is a scam. It's historically wrong, politically dangerous, and it's being used to manipulate you. For years, academia, media, and textbooks have pushed this left-right spectrum that puts communism and fascism at opposite ends, as if they're mortal enemies separated by ideology. But if we're honest, they aren't opposites at all. They're more like rival gangs fighting over the same territory. Both demand absolute control, both crush dissent, both worship the state. The only difference is what flag they wave while doing it. Let's set the record straight. Fascism wasn't some conservative reaction to socialism. It was born out of socialism. Benito Mussolini wasn't a right-wing nationalist. He was a card-carrying member of the Socialist Party, the editor of Italy's Socialist Party newspaper, in fact. He didn't reject socialism. He just decided nationalism was a faster way to achieve socialist ends. Same story with Hitler. The Nazi Party called itself the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Their platform: state control of industry, wealth redistribution, propaganda, censorship, all straight from the socialist playbook. Giovanni Gentile, the so-called philosopher of fascism, reworked Marxist thought to make the state the center of all human meaning. These people weren't protecting freedom. They were burying it. Communism and fascism are just two heads of the same beast. They both reject natural rights. They both demand total control over your life, economically, socially, culturally. They both imprison or kill anyone who resists. Communists rally people by class. Fascists rally them by nation or race. But the end result is identical: secret police, gulags, concentration camps, propaganda, militarized states, and mass graves. Stalin and Hitler may have hated each other, but they ruled the same way, with an iron fist and zero respect for human life. This brings us to the heart of the issue. What does the political right actually stand for? In America, the right has always been about limiting government, defending private property, and protecting individual liberty. If you take that to the extreme, you don't get tyranny, you get minimal government and maybe even anarchy. And while anarchy can be chaotic, it's still the opposite of totalitarianism. Tyranny grows when power concentrates in the state, not when the state is absent. Fascists didn't conserve liberty, they obliterated it. So why do our schools, media, and political elites keep calling fascism far right? It's convenient. It gives the left a perfect boogeyman. Instead of debating ideas, they just smear anyone who supports the Constitution or limited government as fascist adjacent. It's lazy, dishonest, and allows them to scare people into giving the state more power, ironically, the very thing that makes tyranny possible. The real political spectrum isn't left versus right. It's freedom versus tyranny. On one side, you have the American ideal, a constitutional republic that recognizes our rights come from God, not government. You have every system that seeks to erase that truth, whether it calls itself communist, fascist, or progressive. The danger today isn't that some mythical far right is going to bring back fascism. The danger is that a radical left, cloaked in the language of democracy, is slowly dismantling liberty piece by piece. History teaches us that tyranny wears many masks. Sometimes it comes draped in a red flag, sometimes in a brown shirt, and sometimes in a smiling politician promising equity and safety. Our job is to see through the mask, to defend freedom while we still can. Because once liberty is gone, there's no spectrum left. There's only the boot, the cage, and silence. Well, this is 2 Cents Unfiltered. Thanks for tuning in. Now, go think critically, question the narrative, and never let anyone tell you freedom is extreme. Thank you.